obviously very successful and way out in front there, but there will be some contention between the Helen, Claire, and possibly Chris Eifert for second place. I think it was only 2 games. How many games did I say? 10 games. I think with only 2 games to go. Three games to go. Can they catch up? They might be able to catch up. Looking very positive for Elaine Coverdale. Now we have a game just beginning. I don't know whether it's the final. Can we just have a look at what's going on court 2? We can see in the distance there one of the plate games, which is being played as a Swiss. And we can see there is play on court 2, but I think not the final, because that doesn't look to me like either Lester Hughes or Stephen Forster. We can check out who it is. It's part of the Swiss. So they've just played group 1. We'll find out who the players are and tell you. Oh. Okay, it's Tony Pye and Tom Lacey are playing on court 1. I think this is Tom playing red and yellow. So Tom Lacey is in the blue. No, Tom Lacey's not in. Tom Lacey is in red, which is Montague. This is Tom Lacey playing blue and black. Hard to see what he's asking about. What do you think it is, Billy?
I don't know. I was just wondering myself whether that ball is touching one of the legs, or I'm not quite sure. It mustn't be too bad, because I think that was an attempted block, red on black. But I think Tony's got a good
blue, Eastern Park. Tony. And he's
Lovely
cleared
shot.
that nicely. So we have Tony Pye from Eastern Park on red and yellow, Tony Pye and Tom Lacey on black and blue. There they are on the scoreboard. And one of them has run a hoop. Oh. So Tony Pye has put his yellow ball in the hoop. What would you do here, Kevin?
Oh. Well, I wouldn't have done that, but it's easy, isn't it? Afterwards, so red will just take black away now. I don't think he had much of yellow to aim for there, and he was just hoping for the best to dig it out as best he could.
Yes. He's doing that slightly naughty thing of bringing the ball in from over the line, trying to clear yellow. Now, I think we need to leave that game and go to the final. So Lester Hughes, we could flash his card up perhaps as he goes across to hoop one. Comments on this, Kevin?
That's a nice, nice blue and black ball in there by Lester. Stephen's just gone over to see whether or not blue has got a shot at the hoop. I suspect if it
Here's our
does, then he
introduction to
will be
Stephen.
aiming for blue.
And an introduction to Lester. So we might take that down so we can see whether they run the hoop. And he thinks he ran the hoop. Blink of an eye, that one. Both go past. So the long walk to set his ball. What's he going to do here, Kevin?
He should be left of that hoop, just to keep away from red, which is exactly where he's putting it. Probably a tad long. It's unusual that red's got. I'm not sure why Stephen's overhit there. That's Given that blue ran hoop one and went all the way down to the boundary, red needed to be in a really good spot there, but unfortunately ran it too long. So yellow's just trying to hide from blue there.
Seems to have succeeded.
Yeah. So blue probably, I would say, would take red away unless it wants to come back hoop side. Black's in a good spot to take yellow, providing he stays there.
Maybe trying to move black, do you think?
Well, if red has red, yeah, so yeah, it will be taking black away because yellow's in such a strong spot.
Oh. That was a surprise.
Indeed, indeed.
Mr. spinning his mallet in his hand, waiting until Stephen has placed his ball. Now black is to clear yellow. Now that was a more vigorous shot than we've seen Lester do, isn't it? It wasn't that nice calm swing that he's done most of the time. It seemed a bit fiercer.
Yeah, I think he was just
What do you think?
focusing on trying to centre ball that to keep his black in control of that hoop. So if yellow comes back, then black is still in a position to look after yellow and knock it away if required.
More of the women making their way back to the clubhouse after their round robin game. That twirling, that's Lester winding himself up, do you think? Going for yellow is next.
I didn't hit that one as clean as what he wanted. Yeah.
Not happy with it at all. Black travelled further than yellow. And
Yeah, never a good thing when your ball goes further than the opposition's, but it does happen. Just trying to put a block in there on blue to red.
oh, what happened there? Yes, he did hit. A lot of pressure on Lester here. He's not happy with that one either. He looked up a bit, I thought, on that one.
So Stephen's in complete control of hoop 2. Both his balls directly in front, where he's now forcing Lester to go for very, very long clearances. Successful in the first one and not so successful in that second there.
Mm. And that just whistled past both balls.
Yeah, wouldn't have surprised me if he actually was going for the hoop there. Okay, so big clearance about to come up here. Black on yellow.
In yesterday's game, there was a game yesterday which was just after the broadcast period between Leicester and Stephen. Very exciting. And Leicester scored hoop 2 from the south boundary, from behind hoop 1. He went for some very big hoops, and in fact won the game on hoop 12 when he was beside hoop 11 and came right past the peg. So he's relying on these very long, accurate hoops and rokies. This will be a rokie. And he's
when your opposition's got both their balls directly in front of the hoop and you are relying on clearances like what he just attempted, if you've got a side at the hoop, there's nothing to lose from having a crack at it, even if it means the length of the lawn. Normally one or two things, or one or three things will happen. One, you'll hit the ball you're trying to clear. Two, you may miss the ball and run the hoop. Or three, you may miss the ball and the hoop. Nicely done,
nice
Stephen.
clean hoop from Stephen. 1-1. So turning the corner to go across to hoop 3. Nicely placed. Trying to clear it, and he did.
Yeah, very nice. So you can see Leicester's gone deep there to stay as far away from red as he can. If he'd have went tight on the hoop, it would have been a lot closer for red to rotate black away. In saying that, Stephen now is about to put a yellow ball in. Let's see where he goes. Yeah, just going deep, playing the short side of black.
So the short side meaning the side where the boundary is much closer, so you can't be hit
That's
this way
exactly
away
right.
as far.
Yeah, exactly right. So that's a tactic that these players will use quite a bit. They'll put a ball in expecting it to be cleared, and if it does get cleared, then it's only going to be cleared to that short side. in this case, 2-3 yards away. Now, he may well attempt a stymie here and just roll up to yellow.
Oh, yes. But are they touching? If they're touching,
Well, yeah,
then
and if they're
it's
touching,
not
that
as hazardous. It's not as hazardous because you don't do a double tap. The ball doesn't hit the other ball and rebound onto the mallet. And
yeah,
Stephen, being an association player, is very familiar with a two-ball shot where the balls are touching, and he knows exactly how to hit it. The balls will always go through the line of centres. The black ball will go through the line of centres. But the yellow ball, you know where it will go, and you angle your mallet so that it goes there. So here we go.
yeah. Well, I'm not sure where the yellow ball's gone in this case because it's now blue to play. So if it hasn't knocked blue off its line, then this should be a fairly easy hoop for Leicester, and it hasn't. And what Leicester's got to keep in mind there is that yellow is onside. But I guess he needs to run this hoop looking at where red is as well.
I think he wants to run this hoop. There's a lot at stake from both their points of view. It would be a real coup for Stephen to come through as the men's golf croquet champion for 2021, and that's the outcome of this game. These games will be the decider of the championship. So it's well, it's something that Leicester has done before, but for Stephen, becoming a champion in golf croquet is something that he's been looking at just recently, and this is his opportunity.
Yes, huge opportunity. And you were saying before, Leicester is the current Victorian golf croquet champion?
I'm not sure whether he has been the Victorian golf croquet champion. I'm not sure whether he's the current. He's the current Australian golf croquet champion.
Aha, right. There we go.
So he's right up there. He's yeah, even Homer Knowles. We're just talking about him, saying how excellent a player he is and how reliable and his wonderful long rokies, and he misses it. Now, will it be a case of see a hoop, go for a hoop? I think at this point Stephen is going for hoop 4, and he's got hoop 4 and leveled the scores. And checking the hoops, have they been hammered down? Are they loose? It's easy to go through them if the ball doesn't shake them around. 2 all and across the middle.
Well, Stephen having a good long think there, whether he wants to clear black or just play for position. He's chosen the position.
Possibly not quite the position he was thinking of. But we've seen him get some very angly hoops.
That one unfortunately just rolled away to the right for Leicester there. That needed to be hoop running side. Black would have taken yellow away. I think which is what Stephen's trying to do now to black, is take that away. Oh, he's missed that. Okay.
So clearly that was what he was trying to do.
So given yellow is quite
this is
wide
actually
there, let's
quite
just attempting the hoop. Yeah.
and runs it beautifully.
Yeah, lovely.
And right up to the
Nice
boundary
hoop.
again. So not pausing at 6, but sending it right up to the boundary very firmly. So this is, of course, a best of 3, so we've got a bit of a way to go before we say who is in the lead. At the moment, it's very finely tuned.
So ideally there, Stephen would have wanted to wire himself from black. But as you can see, black can see yellow.
He wasn't happy with that little practice swing. That's what I wanted to do.
You're probably just going to play in for position here and hide behind red. So red doesn't have a shot at black, which is exactly what he looks to have done.
But yellow is in the hoop. Firmly in
Yeah,
the hoop.
so
I think there's no problem with it running that hoop.
no, I think Leicester's going to have to take the what's he doing? He must have to take black away, is he? Correction, red away, and leave himself with an attempted jump. It looks like, yeah, it's definitely makeable there for Leicester with that jump.
Slightly angly jump. But every hoop is critical at this stage.
No, certainly. And it is a bit of a risky jump too, being at an even number hoop, because if he does knock yellow through, yellow's first to hoop 7. If he leaves yellow alone, he'll just run the hoop, but not aiming for hoop 7. So it's a very critical shot.
He's going to try the jump. Or is he trying to hit it out? I don't know. I think he's hitting it out.
No, yeah, went for the jump.
No.
At least he didn't knock it through. That's good.
Yes. So now we're even. So the position we're in with the men's, we have 3-all in the first game of a best of 3 final. So checking the hoop, is it got it? And this is the very first game, 3-all. We also have simultaneously the women's going on. We haven't seen as many of those games as we might have liked. We saw a couple yesterday. Elaine Coverdale played in both of those, and Elaine Coverdale, who is the defending champion, cannot be caught up. She has won every game, and she will win the women's championship for 2021. I'm going to hand back to Tricia Devlin. If her sound is working, have we tested her sound? So Tricia Devlin is going to take you through the next couple of games, and the new champion for the Victorian Croquet Golf Croquet men's, along with Kevin McGlynn, our guest commentator from Queanbeyan and Canberra Croquet Clubs. So this is goodbye from
Thank you, Kate. Yes, I am here. Hello, Kevin, again.
Hello, Tricia. Welcome back to a thrilling game. Very tight game at the moment.
Yes, 3 each. I did have a chance while I was away to look up the results, and Leicester was the winner of the President's First 8 in golf croquet, the Australian event, the last time it was played, but not the Victorian men's golf croquet. So he is very high up there, but he's not actually defending this. And Stephen has never won this event. I'm not even sure he's ever played in it, but he has won the Association Croquet Victorian Men's Championship for the last 5 years. So there's nothing wrong with his croquet skills, and certainly nothing wrong with his golf croquet tactics now.
No, he's more than holding his own, that's for sure. Both these gentlemen are playing extremely well. Some great croquet shots.
Good clearance there.
Yeah, that was a vital clearance, as is this. So Leicester to try and roquet yellow away.
Yes, really needs to move that yellow, but not to be yellow next to play and in prime position for the hoop to go to a 4-3 lead. And I hope that's not the commentator's curse. Leicester, of course, plays what he calls the international game. We all played a little bit overseas, and Leicester was very interested observing the way the players always went for the long shots, the long hoops, and the strong clearances, particularly the Egyptians. That's a good shot from Stephen there.
Yeah, nice hoop, and he looks to have run that quite well. I dare say that's very close to hoop 8.
Yes, he successfully got down the court quite a way, which is what you aim to do because you're closer to the next hoop. You always want to be closer to the next hoop. I think he must have been a bit too close to the next hoop. I can't even see the yellow ball.
No, he probably made the boundary, I'd say, but so long as he's got a view of that blue ball, which I'm assuming he does because he's setting up with his red and expecting to clear with yellow with blue, clear blue with his yellow ball.
That's right. Here comes black. Oh, curling left. Oh, dear. Well, strange things happen. I wouldn't be surprised if blue hits into red, so you'll have to be a little bit careful with this. Ooh. That was a good shot too.
Yeah, you've got to be careful of those collateral damage type shots where he strikes blue and blue strikes red. But that's just the way the game goes sometimes.
It's all a nasty surprise, isn't it, when that happens? Leicester needing to clear red or run the hoop, but neither. Interesting how confidently Stephen's walking up to these longish hoops now. It hasn't taken him long to get used to the idea that 2 yards is the hoop running position.
Yeah, his body language has changed, I think, over time during these last few games. And I think that's something you've just got to be aware of. You know, when you see that hoop, you've just got to go for that hoop. And sometimes things like that happen. You'll hit the leg and it'll bounce out. You just wipe it away, flick it away. Doesn't matter. Carry on with the game.
Yep, forget it.
That's right.
And he had nothing to lose there because his was the only ball on the playing side.
Yeah, exactly right. He had to go for that, and you know, sometimes they'll run and other times they won't. So it'll be interesting to see what he does here, whether he attempts the hoop or just sets up and looks at clearing black with his red ball. Oh, that's a lovely shot.
Looks like the hoop. Oh,
Yep.
didn't work. But with black not next to play, he's still got an opportunity to clear.
Yeah. Now whether he does clear, well, I think will depend on what blue does. Blue should just be setting up here. I don't think he'll clear red. No, he's gone for red. Nice clearance. Well done.
We can't guess. Well, this means that if black's still there, Lester will be attempting the hoop with black. Stephen will be working out whether that's going to happen, whether he needs to move it or block it. Oh, I think he's landed
nice
the
from
block,
this angle.
Kevin. Yeah,
it looks nice from this angle, doesn't it?
it does.
All right, what's Lester doing? Going to jump, I think.
Jumping, and a beautiful jump. That's so casual, Kevin. They're just, oh, well, I'll jump it instead. No great preparation.
Yes, it almost looks too easy, doesn't it? Very cool, calm, collected customer.
Isn't it easy, Kevin?
Isn't it how we all jump, Trisha?
I think he makes it look easy so that people who don't play this game and are watching would think it's very easy, but we have to assure him that perhaps it's not. This is a very long way from the hoop. Oh, here we go. We're seeing that replay. That's perfect. Oh, wow. See how the hoop moves? It's no wonder they usually reset them in between games.
Yes, most certainly. There's quite a bit of flex in there.
You can't usually see that without the slow-mo. That was great vision.
It's a nice tight game, 4-all, heading to the 9th.
Yes. Yellow does have a position, but blue will be playing first. No, sorry. I do know the order of the hoops. I better have another look at the peg.
I know what you meant.
That's good. All right, black's to clear yellow. And he does. That's a long shot too. More than 14 yards for that one. Great shot. Of course, we're always talking in yards because the unit of measurement on a croquet court is 7 yards. The hoops are 7 yards from the side boundaries and 7 yards up the middle, 5 and 6 from the peg. So we talk in yards.
Oh, I just got a bit unlucky there with that roll. It looked as if it was just going to block blue on the hoop, but so now the conundrum, do I go for the hoop or do I clear that red?
Well, it could be a bit of a Levick double with if you hit the ball, that's fine. If you miss by a bit, you run the hoop. Gone for the clearance.
Oh, I think he was going for the hoop. I don't really see any need to clear yellow because red's playing next. So I think he was going for that hoop.
Well, he must have known that that was going to happen.
I think Lester got away with one there.
I think he did. Stephen has been hitting them very well. And he's still very close to the hoop. So Lester can't get too close to it.
Yeah. That's a critical hoop at 4-all because if he ran that or even jaws that, makes the 9th and gets up to 10. And, you know, at this stage, both of these players should be thinking, how can I get 2 ahead? I need to run this and get first to 10.
That's right. And the leg of the hoop just getting a little bit in the way there. And Stephen opting to clear black, but I think he's going to, but he can't clear it very far. The boundary's only 7 yards from that hoop. And he's decided
Nice
to
shot.
interfere with it.
Stymie.
Those are quite hard to do, aren't they?
Oh, very hard. You know, obviously depending on the lawn. So you've got a couple of factors. Any wind you need to take into consideration, the layout of the lawn, and also just to have that that gentle touch, that ability to put the ball exactly where you want it. It takes a lot of skill, a lot of practice. So whilst they may stroll up and just have a gentle swing, you know, there's a lot that goes into it, and they're so effective. I mean, what can black do now?
Not only is there not much for black to do, he has to be careful that it's not a fault as well. So it's very, very effective stymie.
Yeah, it's a part of the game that is probably underutilized, but it is such a powerful shot to play. So Lester now will be looking at this thinking, how can I move that yellow? How can I get onto that yellow?
He's looking at some sort of a snooker shot, isn't he? Or is it a billiard shot, the one where you hit the ball and it hits the other one? I don't play billiards or snooker.
Yeah, it's a combination of both. You can play it as a billiard type shot or a snooker shot. What he was aiming to do there, I think, was hit the black and have the red roll up to block yellow on the hoop. But red was
It's
just a
not a
bit
great
short
result,
there.
is it?
No, and of course it's the only good thing is that red is behind the hoop. So if he does run it with yellow, then red's hampered to get to 10. That's probably the only good thing that's come out of it from Lester's perspective. But
I think that choice is a good one because blue has to come back so it doesn't have the benefit of being near the next hoop.
yeah. Oh, where is blue? Blue's right up there. Okay.
I don't think blue's even going to be able to see red from there, although he is lining up as though he can see something. Perhaps he's just going halfway.
Yeah, I would dare say so. No, he's having a go. He must be able to see it.
Did that wick off the leg just a little?
Yeah, I thought he would have went halfway as well, but maybe he could see red and decided to have a ping at it.
He doesn't really want Stephen to have an option of running well through this. That would give him a chance to go too ahead.
And nicely ran there by Stephen.
Yeah, taking the lead 5-4. Lester would have liked to be a little bit closer, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tricia.
They've been on this court for quite a long time today and yesterday, so they'd be well aware of that little roll off to the right. Lester hanging back a little.
Nice clearance there on black. Black still has a good view of yellow.
I'm not sure how far away he was.
Position.
Yeah. I'm not sure how far away he was from black, because he would have been thinking about putting it behind the hoop so that it didn't have a shot on yellow.
Exactly right, yeah.
And 7-yard clearance, no worries at all. Lester does coach the Victorian state team. There's a lot of drills that the players are required to practice, and a 7-yard clearance is one of them.
Yeah, we talk about it being your bread and butter. You know, then the 7 yards, these two players should be hitting, you know, at least 9 times out of 10.
Now, this one's a lot more than 7. How much do you think that would be?
That'd be close to 14, I think. That one, that was a fair distance, and it looked like it just scooted past, so just missed there. So important hoop here for Leicester to even it up.
Definitely is. There's the hoop, the levelling hoop. And we can just see Kevin Beard in the background. Kevin and Peter Goldstraw are playing off at the moment for 3rd and 4th position.
I think that'll be an interesting match as well.
Yes. Beautiful position from Stephen. Those touch positioning shots are not, sorry, the touch positioning shots are not used so much in association croquet, except if you get down to a 2-ball, 1-ball game, or a 1-ball, 1-ball. And Stephen would have played a lot of those. And in golf croquet, they're a major part of the game, aren't they?
Oh yes, positioning is a major part. You're spot on. And he's put the red there in a good position because he knew black was a long way away. Even though black did have a shot on red, Leicester's decided just to take position, and you'll see him going for a clearance on red with his blue ball.
I'm not sure if he's going to have a shot on that. It looks almost like black might be in the way.
No, you can't see it. And there's also the other option of attempting the hoop, but I think if he can see red, then he'll definitely have a crack at red.
And Stephen was trying to stop that.
Yes, indeed. He tried to put a block in there, but just went a bit too far. Yeah.
It's a shame we can't see the view from Leicester's end. The camera can't go up there, but it does look tight. Well, don't know what he could see, but he didn't hit anything. And that was an important one as well. Stephen with red to go up to 6-5. And it's well run. Leicester offside, Stephen directing him to play across to the other side with his blue ball.
Just make him walk that little bit extra.
And he must have been listening to you.
Yeah. they're the sorts of things you do in golf croquet. Other factors you take into consideration is the wind, the sun. If the sun is low in the sky and is more predominant one side, so if for example Stephen sent Leicester over the other side because the sun might be shining in his eyes, so yep, I'll have you over there and you can have your shot looking into the sun. You know, you'll take all those sort of things into consideration when directing your player to a penalty area.
And it's all perfectly fair.
And it's all fair in love and war.
Mm-hmm.
These
All
are all
right,
parts
so
of the
Leicester,
strategies that these players use.
Leicester over in the penalty spot. So that makes any shot to the middle of the court 14 yards.
Oh, lovely clearance.
I think he's got what he was looking for there. He's hiding from black. Got the perfect angle, I think.
Yeah, that was well done. Even a little bit more topspin there. That red would have just rolled on into the jaws, but very good outcome there for Stephen.
Red perfectly positioned. I don't think yellow can run the hoop with red there, so I don't think Leicester needs to bother with yellow, but maybe he will. He's lining up.
Yeah, it was wise to take yellow away because you know, obviously he's looking at taking red away with his other ball, so he just doesn't want yellow sitting around there. But as is the case, Stephen's just going to roll yellow straight back where it was.
He's certainly got the pace of the lawn sorted out.
Yeah, it was a lovely ball in that. So it's really putting the pressure on Leicester now to come up with some big clearances.
This is, so that was actually the decider, that one, because Leicester is 5-6 down, and this one will give Stephen the game.
Oh, and he's found the yellow ball. Now I wonder if the referee or anyone else has spotted that.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised at that.
I'm assuming Stephen didn't feel it through his shoe.
No,
His
Stephen
back foot
definitely
just
would have
nudged
said
that yellow ball. Yeah.
And he clearly didn't think there was any danger because he didn't call the referee, which he would have done if he thought there was a chance.
Yeah. Oh, first game down, 7-5 to Stephen.
And it's the first of a best of 3. So if Stephen takes the next game, that would be the championship to him. So Leicester will be really looking to take this out. So loser starting. Tournament manager Ian Peterson sitting in the shed there, having some time out with all the courts in action so he can relax for a while.
Yeah, he's been watching all morning, Ian. He's had some good spots.
Has he? So he's been relaxing all day, and he would have us think that the tournament manager's job is onerous and very tiring.
Oh, he'd have his minions working for him. On a day like that, I'd be out there too watching, so I think he's doing well.
He's had a lot to do lately, managing, with the help of his wife Katrina, managing most of the events that have been, all of the events, I think, here at Cairnlea that we've managed to fit in with our COVID regulations that have been quite stringent.
And don't they do a terrific job?
Both of them, yes, they do. Well, Leicester opting to go for that because it was in front of the hoop. I've just been reminded that Brian Reiter has been looking after the association croquet events with Kevin Beard as tournament managers. That Ian and Katrina have been doing the GC.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Stephen taking the opportunity for a long hoop. It didn't get him very far up the court though, so he's going to have a bit of a problem when he goes to play that ball later.
Yeah, that'll be a bit of a hampered shot for Stephen there. So that looks to be a nice ball up from Leicester. Oh, it's a beautiful ball by Leicester there. And just going to sail on through from Stephen with the red. Oh, he's blocked himself, but that's...
Yes. I thought he was
shouldn't be too
doubling down
bad.
on.
Yeah. His blue ball may now just be used as a clearing ball.
Yes,
We'll
and
see
the
what,
referee coming up to watch the hampered shot, Kevin.
Yes. You'll
see
do well
what
if you can
Stephen
get it
can
up the
see.
other end.
Yes, you see what Stephen can see there, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to get a good hit on the ball, so he can't do anything about it.
Oh, he's done very well actually with that shot.
I thought for a minute that it was going to block the shot, the clearing shot on red, but
yeah,
Leicester's
he
free
did.
to
Yeah, almost
clear
did.
it. So
So a
he
little
couldn't clear
stymie
it very
there.
far.
Nice little block. Yeah.
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 Opted for that instead of the clearance. Stephen
So
might
Stephen's
try the
attempt there.
bombard.
Little jump.
Oh,
Oh, I think he's going to jump over.
jump.
Yeah.
Mm,
Good shot.
good shot.
Yeah.
We noticed Stephen
Very
was
nice
going
tool
to
to have
jump
in your
because,
bag. Yeah.
yes, you could see him stepping forward, which is the position for a jump.
Yes. Yes. And the cannon shot or the bombard is It's a good tool to have, but it's
Oh dear.
probably, you've just got to get those angles right. And he was obviously confident with the little jump to knock black away.
And Lester's just accidentally bombarded his own ball.
There's that collateral damage I talk about.
That's right.
And yellow now trying to hide from blue.
Yeah, he can be hidden from blue, but he's not hidden from black.
Yeah, so Lester will just set up with that blue.
Stephen checking, you can see now that black has the clearing shot on yellow. I wonder if he'll try to clear yellow, if he'll just get it the mix. Sorry, clear blue. Don't know what I'm talking about here, doesn't matter.
No, that was the other option, would have been to clear blue, but he's opted to just put it in the mix, that's all.
Mm.
Lovely shot.
Lester's a little bit disappointed because black has also travelled away from the hoop area.
Yeah.
Blue for the hoop. Levelling it up. Well done, Lester.
That's a lovely ball over by Stephen.
Yep, Stephen first to hoop 3 and in hoop running position. That's what you want. So where does Stephen go with this shot? What do you think?
Well, it just needs to be, he may be attempting a block on blue to red, or he might be just going to put it back in the mix and blocking black on the hoop. And that looks like he's been quite successful with that, actually.
Yes. He doesn't want black having a go if blue manages to clear his red.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I would have been that close to black. But it looks like that's not going to matter, given that red's now attempting hoop 3. A couple of misses there by Lester, but something he had to go for.
He took on the clearance with each of his balls and didn't manage it, but that's just the name of the game. And Stephen checking there for the spot where Lester's putting the ball back in.
Nice hoop.
There we are. Yep, and well down.
Yep, so 2 things with 1 shot there. Ran a hoop and took position.
And that's another practice that Leicester has the state team people doing.
Yeah, it's something every
Leicester
golf croquet player should be thinking of, not just to do one thing with 1 shot, at least 2. at least two things. So running a hoop, taking position, or taking position and blocking. These are oh, a nice little promotion.
Yes.
As
Yes, the
Lester
red's in a
scratches his
much
chin.
nicer hoop running. So is this the one where he goes for the clearance, or is he heading for the hoop now? No, heading for
It
position.
looks like he's just trying to get into the mix of things there.
Yeah. Getting for the
And that's
block.
a lovely ball.
Oh, and nearly did the block too.
Yep. So I think he'd be just go for the hoop here and just leave him black alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh.
So I think black will turn away and knock yellow because red is sitting very nicely for blue to run that.
Yes.
So a little bit of a hampered shot here. Oh no, he can still get a full swing of the mallet.
Yes, he had a little practice and it's fine.
Yeah, maybe he didn't hit that as cleanly as he'd like, but it's still a long way away. And Stephen would be in no doubt that he's got to take that blue away because it is sitting very prettily with red sitting there for a potential in-off, if not a clean run.
Hmm. And he hasn't managed that. And I can't see if red has a line to hoop 5 after this either. It could be doubly in trouble when Lester runs the hoop.
Yeah, it looks like if blue doesn't interfere with red, red will just have to play straight across as opposed to towards the hoop. I don't think that Stephen will have a very clean shot. So for that case, and that's a good point there, Tricia, I think blue's hoping that he doesn't touch red, and he didn't. So you'll see Stephen just play straight across, I think. That's probably as good as he's going to be able to do.
Moving the clip out of the way so that he has a line on it. You can see it properly.
Oh, he was able to play towards the hoop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit deceiving, that camera angle. So that was a nice shot. So that takes it to 2-all, another tight game. It's good.
Yes, it turns out that they're both running long hoops and making very long clearances and taking good positions, so it's bound to be a tight game. Very few mistakes.
Another lovely ball in there by Stephen. So we'll see another long roquet here from Lester.
Yes, he's going to need to move that red one.
Yeah. Oh, unlucky. Of course, there was a chance there. If he didn't hit the red, he could have ran the hoop. But unfortunately for Lester, he missed both.
And another thing that can happen when the balls are like that is you accidentally hit the red into the jaws.
Yes, we've all been guilty of that one, Tricia. Kate, sorry, apologise.
No, I'm Trish, it's fine.
Oh, sorry, Trish. Sorry, Trish. Oh,
So,
okay. Well, that's not too bad, actually, looking at where black is.
Well,
it's a long jump, but
it is a long jump, but if Lester can do a bouncing jump, that's all right, because blue's not going to be able to move that red.
And you've got nothing to lose on odd number hoops going for a jump like this. You know, if he's not successful and knocks red through, it doesn't matter. So you'll see him attempt a long jump here.
He will bounce it before it goes over, I think. But it was a bit crooked. So Leicester now has 2 offside balls if Stephen runs the hoop.
It'll be interesting to see if he knocks his red through, depending on how it's sitting in those jaws. It looks like he is going to knock his own ball through. It's not something a lot of golf croquet players generally do, only because there's a risk there of knocking that red through and that yellow getting stuck behind the hoop. It looked like he was on a good enough angle there that he could hit the ball through and just flick out to the side, which is the result he was after.
Yes, that's right. The angle would have been what decided him. And red is well up.
Yeah, he's hit that through beautifully. So 3-2 to Stephen.
No, nothing to lose by having a go at this one. It could put him 4-2 up.
Yep, most certainly. So because he's promoted the red, gets to hit red now after blue.
He
unlucky.
He didn't do anything about black. Black was offside, wasn't it?
Yes.
That was the attempted shot.
Yes.
Neither of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Stephen's played his ball now, so Leicester can play from there
Tricia.
instead of from the penalty spot.
Yeah, so I wonder if that was an error on Stephen's behalf, or he was happy just to let him play from there. I would hazard a guess the first, that it was an error.
Yes, I
That's
suspect
a nice,
so.
just unlucky.
Oh.
And sometimes in the heat of the match, you know, you miss things like that. Players offside, you know, you try not to, but I'm sure we've all been guilty of it before.
And Leicester seems to be looking at yellow. Oh, he must think he can do enough here. Oh no, that's all right. It was just the way he was standing. I thought he was looking at yellow. Yeah. Why is he doing that? Red's next to play. But that's all right.
Yeah. No, I thought the same thing too, Tricia.
Did you? Oh, it was not just me. Well, that's good.
It's not just you. These angles are confusing. It's it's hard to see sometimes which way they are facing or which ball they're aiming for. But yeah, it would have made no sense to take yellow away.
So, Stephen made no attempt to hit black. And, well, he must have correctly judged that Leicester couldn't do that. I didn't think he was hitting from black. So, yeah. He's looking now for a position that blue can't see the ball.
Yep.
If you remember the order of the hoops for people who are watching who are not golf croquet players, that even if blue manages to move red, Stephen still is likely to be able to run this hoop. It goes blue, red, black, yellow. That's the second time Leicester has
unfortunately, yes, that's right.
moved
He
his
moved his own ball away. Yeah. Obviously not his intent. He was aiming for that red, but just unlucky. They were very close together.
Yes.
So just looking at putting a little block in here. So that may serve two purposes. One, blocking black on yellow, and two, if black is unsuccessful in hitting either red or yellow, when yellow runs that hoop, there's an option there for red to promote yellow. So that promotion has been taken away. Red is on side, of course. And Stephen should just pop this through for a 4-2 lead. Yeah, no wonder he's shaking his head. That's not the result he wanted. I think he just wanted to scoot on by red there in a ball running position for black and using blue to then clear. But didn't quite get the run he was after.
That's definitely not what he was after.
Never mind, he'll go for the hoop on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that hit the outside. Yeah.
Yes, I don't think it was a hoop.
No. Which now opens the door for Stephen.
Stephen's maintaining the pressure, getting position for the hoops consistently.
Mm. Oh, okay, that's pretty handy.
It looks a bit angly for black to be jumping, but you never know. It might not be as angly as I think it is.
From this perspective, it looks as though that's too tight to jump, but like you said, you never know. So maybe take that yellow away and have a crack at blue to clear red.
Yes. Can't take yellow too far from that position.
No. And I think Stephen would be best trying to knock that red through.
Okay, so that will be the second time that he's used that tactic.
Yep.
Successfully on deck 5. And
nice.
Again there.
Yeah, so we had to do that, looking at where blue was and looking at where black was. 5-2, that's really putting the pressure on now for Lester to get a couple of hoops. He's just ran that over.
Yes, Lester had finished up well down the court, so he had a shorter shot there, but just overcooked it.
Yeah, that's not what he wanted. Needed that to be in a hoop running position. So black ball now becomes very important. If you can get this in a good hoop running position and not block blue on red, then that'll be very powerful. Okay, so that's I think a bit closer you would have maybe liked, but that's still okay.
Oh.
I was lucky blues there.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so it's not directly in the jaws.
No, but I don't think blue has a shot on it.
No.
But he might have to deal with red because red will clear black.
Yep. Yep. I think that's right, Tricia. I think he'd be taking red away, and then an option of potentially clearing with yellow, clearing black with onto yellow, and possibly even going through. But as you can see from his body language there, he's a bit unsure what to do.
Yeah, he's summing up all the possibilities there, and he's made up his mind now, and it's not going to be any of those things.
So he's put himself in a jumping position.
Mm.
Because maybe he thinks yellow can't run that, and I'm assuming, well, it looks like it's on the leg, but again, unsure. So he's identified he's in a jumping position, and he's taken that option away from him. And that's a pretty good outcome. Although he does still have a shot at the yellow, and blue can still see red.
It's dangerous ground for Leicester now.
Yeah. Yep.
It's checking out what blue can see, but it is black to play.
Oh, okay, he's just going to sit in behind red. Oh, it's probably rolled a bit too far.
Mm.
So it does look like it's sitting on that leg, doesn't it?
Yes. Stevens seems to be looking at where he can move it to, hidden from blue. Stephen was so still then that I had the impression that the filming had frozen.
He's having a long, hard look at this, so he's deciding to put it in the jaws.
Very delicate shot, but blue now has a clear shot at that ball.
Yeah, well, he'd be taking red away.
Mm. But black's gone just that little bit further than he wanted.
The blue, you mean? Sorry.
No, black.
Yes,
The
yes,
black,
the black.
when he
Yeah,
took
yeah.
the
But I think black is.
down there.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. But I think it's still probably in a good jumping position. But that'll depend if Stephen can knock his ball through again. He's getting used to doing that, isn't he? Yeah.
Mm. And after you're saying that the players rarely take that option.
Yep.
Not this time.
It's not. It's generally not a desirable option to take. But there are times,
when
and
you
this
stayed
happens to be.
on.
Yeah, exactly. When you're 3 times in a row, though, he's really had no other option but to go for it. So this will be a nice little delicate jump from Leicester here.
Oh, from this angle, I can see
jumpable.
that black is okay to jump. I thought it had come around a bit further.
Yeah, initially it looked that way, didn't it?
I can see the cameraman getting down there. There we are. We can see it now. You see Leicester's feet well forward.
Yep.
Up,
unlucky.
Up, takes the leg. Now, this is really critical because Leicester is 2-5 down.
Well, seem to be 6-2 down, yeah. And I dare say that black has probably gone offside as well. We'll know in a minute.
So there it is, 6-2 to Stephen. And of course, 7 will be a game and match winning position. So
That's right.
Leicester really needs to drag out a few hoops now.
Oh, I just caught a glimpse of his black ball. His black ball is onside.
Oh, good. Okay. Both those balls fairly deep.
Yes. So nice and tight with the black going in. That's a good ball. A little bit further would have been better, but it's still runnable.
And red's in a defensive position so that blue can't clear it very far.
It'd be interesting to see what Leicester does here. I think he's going the hoop.
Oh, wow. Going the hoop. And he gets it. That was a
Very
brave
nice
decision
hoop.
and excellent shot.
Yeah, good pressure. Nice pressured hoop, that one. He had to get that.
So 6-3 to Stephen, and first ball up to hoop 10 and beautifully placed.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous ball.
So Leicester's blue is fairly well up the court, so he'll be knowing now that he's going to have to shift the red, and the blue's the one that he'll be doing it with later. He isn't opting to try with black first. Oh.
I think he's got a.
Well,
I think he's got a sight on the red.
Yeah, were you thinking what I was thinking? That this
yes,
wasn't going to happen.
That lovely hoop run.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
And it was a little bit off the ground. Slight jump.
Oh, yellow's made it hard. I'm not sure if he can see that red now.
Stephen was looking for the block.
That's made life difficult for Leicester, so he's going to have to go over the top.
This is a very, very important shot here.
Oh,
he got the jump but missed the red. And red to play for the hoop. Yeah. And the hoop and the match.
Yes.
Well, Stephen needs all the calm of his play now. Come on. Stephen for the match. And there it is.
Well done. Well done. Excellent game.
2-1 to Stephen. It was a great match from both players. 7-3 and the first one 7-6. I think. Well, we have a new Victorian men's golf croquet champion. We may be able to get Stephen to come in and speak to us. He'll probably be wanting to have a little break. He's just played the 2 games straight. Two matches straight.
He'd be just letting it all sink in, coming to terms with what he's just achieved. So straight sets win there by Stephen Hughes over Stephen Forster over Lester Hughes.
Yeah. We may have some highlight shots there from some of those replays that we saw earlier. A couple of lovely jump shots and some very good clearances.
Yes, there were some beautiful shots, some lovely clearing balls, some lovely hoop runs, good jumps. All the skills were on display in that match between these 2 gentlemen. And I just think that's a wonderful result for Stephen, for someone that's not predominantly a GC player, mainly a an association croquet player, he's done extremely well and would be absolutely thrilled with that result. But that's not
I
taking
think
anything away from
congratulations.
Leicester either. Leicester played a great game and a great match.
Congratulations to both players, I think. At the moment, we have one of the plate games on court 2. I think we might go to that shortly, but first of all, we'll probably see a few replays. And Chaz is leading the plate, and he's playing on court 2. They're playing the plate as a Swiss, I believe, and we haven't been able to watch any of those because we've been busy watching this one. But it has been very entertaining. So here's Leicester doing a jump.
And just watch the hoop move.
And the ball travels through very high on the hoop. And these are the quadway hoops, which are the same width all the way up. But with that little bit of spin imparted with the jump, the ball gets through. That's a great shot.
He makes jumping look very easy.
It just brings his feet forward so that the mallet's angled a little and just does his normal swing. And I have seen some players turn side on like a golf shot, and I don't know how they line it up when they're standing side on, but it works for them. But Leicester has a very easy jump and very successful that time.
Yeah. Yeah, those side saddle jumps, they are quite accurate in and around the hoop, but you do start to lose a bit of accuracy, probably 2 or more yards out. It's hard to keep that accuracy when you are standing side on. But like you said, some players, it worked extremely well for them.
We've shifted to court 2, and this is Chaz Quinn from Yarrawonga playing Tom Lacey from Wonthaggi. And Chaz is another one of the big clearing players. Very big shots, but didn't connect that time. And looks like they're going for hoop 7. I'm not sure what the score is. Tom's got both his balls in front of the hoop, and that was a bit of a last-ditch attempt by Chaz to clear the hoop-making ball. So Tom goes up by 1, but I don't know what Chaz's score is. But he's taken a lovely position for the next hoop, for hoop 8 with red. Little bit of a curl away there. Oh, Chaz just puts another
nice
ball in.
Yeah, beautiful ball by Chaz.
Oh, that was almost the perfect answer.
Yeah, Tom was unlucky there.
I think Chaz gave that a decent whack, and leaving Tom an opportunity to clear the other hoop running ball, the yellow. And he can clear it well into the court, but unfortunately black went as well. Tom shaking his head about that one.
All right, so we can see the score there. So it's Chaz is up 4-3, and they're on the 8th hoop.
Oh, yes. And that's a more successful clearance for Tom. Yellow's gone, but blue's still hanging around.
Oh, nice ball there by Chaz, just to pop it in the jaws.
Oh, I don't know how Tom thought he was going to get that one out, but
No, he probably would have
he
been
had a
better
go.
trying to put a block on yellow to blue, but yellow's missed.
Mm.
Chaz has missed that. So we might see an attempted jump shot here. Again, being an even number hoop, it's a risky jump. And if you're successful, terrific. If you're not, and push red through, red is first to hoop 9. Whereas if you leave red alone and Thomas chose to go halfway, red will win the hoop, but he can't aim for hoop 9. So here's one of those side saddle type jumps that we're talking about.
Yes. Oh,
Well, that was
that
a
one.
little bit
That one
messy from
wasn't
Tom
very
there.
successful. Yes,
But at least he
and
didn't knock red through.
and he didn't, and he also didn't damage the court because a shot in a jump shot is, if it damages the court, is a fault still, isn't it?
That's correct, yes.
So red's through, but yellow is offside. Chaz is just asking whether it should go, and being told that the far side of the court penalty area.
I must admit, this is one part of golf croquet that I struggle with. So they're going from hoop 8 to 9, yellow's offside, and the opposition normally sits there thinking, oh, where should I put him? And eventually they point to the penalty area furthest away. Now, I've never seen anyone point to the closest penalty area, but you know, it's the part of the game we go through where we all say, now, where would you like me? Well, let me think. How about right the way over there? You know,
We very
when I play,
politely.
I tend to just get the ball and just start walking to the furthest penalty area. You know, but anyway, it's a funny part of the game. Oh, that's a nice ball in. That's a lovely ball in.
It's almost a block, but it's going to have to be moved.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where it'll test black. We'll see what Tom does, whether he chooses to run or chooses to clear. So if he's having a confident day, then he might take the option to run that. But
I
I'm
don't
sure
know
Red will
what
have
happened with
a
blue.
crack
It's
here.
very short.
Good.
Oh, well, goodbye black. That
That
was a
was a lovely
lovely
curve.
shot.
It was. Yeah, blue was. I'm not sure whether he hit the ground first. That's generally the reason why a lot of balls are short. I don't think he would have intentionally played that short. So another attempted clearance coming here by Tom, I would imagine.
Yep. And just nudges it so that it can't run the hoop. We'll be leaving this game shortly because we're going to hear from Stephen Forster, who is the winner of this event. Chaz, of course, is playing with Tom in the plate event, which are the people who didn't make it to the semi-finals. And so we will be speaking with the successful finalist, Stephen Forster, when he comes up to the commentary booth. Meanwhile, we'll just watch a little bit more of Chaz and Tom.
So I
Chaz
don't think
still with
black has
2
got a
balls
shot
on
on
the
yellow there.
canvas. No, hoop in the way. Yellow's still a little bit angry. I don't think blue's going to be able to clear red from there.
No, if you can see the hoop, that's his best option, I think, given red and yellow are sitting pretty.
And yes, he's just bounced out, but it's still very close to the jaws. Chad's going to have a look because he's planning to jump. And jump with red. Oh, and it jumps so high it touches the top of the hoop, I think.
So Tom will want to try and move yellow away here, so as not to give Chaz a second attempt to jump. Well, he's decided to try and put a little block in.
That was a very clever shot. It's a 7-yard gentle shot to try and nestle up against yellow, and Chaz is planning to jump anyway, so it's calling the referee because the black is a little bit in the way and could cause a fault. We might just watch this shot and then go to the interview with Stephen. I believe he's ready now. So just wait and see if Chaz successfully does this jump.
Oh,
and
nice,
there
Chaz.
it is. A good shot by Chaz. Okay, well, we'll leave this game and we'll have a chat with Stephen Forster. Hello, Stephen. And congratulations. I'm doing very well.
Thank you.
And how have you enjoyed playing golf croquet in the final of the Victorian Open? Because I know it's something that you've done, the Victorian men's. There's something that you've done many times in association croquet in the Victorian men's.
Yeah. Look, I had no expectations. For me, it was to just get Mallet onto ball this weekend because I missed out on playing the AC Championships last week. So I haven't had much of a hit at all. So playing out there was focusing on trying, hitting balls away or roking balls really mainly. So look, I enjoyed it. It feels funny that you're not hitting the peg to finish the game. Running a hoop to finish the game just does my head in a bit because to me, it's like to finish the game, you've got to be in 26, not just 7, as you know.
So is this the first golf croquet event that you've won?
Yes, that I've won. I was runner-up in the Australian doubles with Anne Quinn about 7 years ago. Yeah.
I do remember that one, and Anne was pointing out exactly where you were to place the ball, and you were placing the ball exactly in that place. You were a very disciplined doubles partner.
Thanks. You've got to do your best you can.
Yeah. So you've enjoyed the weekend, haven't you? It looks like you're all smiles, of course, because you're a winner, but you did look like you were enjoying the game.
I was enjoying the game as in how I thought I was playing. When I buggered up, I wasn't so happy, but I still had to stay positive and go, okay, I'll get this roke, okay, I'll get this roke, okay, I'll get this roke, I'll run this hoop. So I just had to keep staying positive without letting too much body language show people how I was really feeling inside. But look, it's fun. It's wonderful to be hitting balls. Okay, it really is.
So now, will you be playing more golf croquet, or are you going to be concentrating on preparing for the Air Cup and potentially the McRobertson Shield, which will be in 2022?
Well, I've got to be selected for the Air Cup team first, Trish. That's one thing. So that's part of the goal to be selected there. And if I am, yes, concentrate on the Air Cup, but it will be mainly just focusing on AC for the McRob if I get selected in that as well. So there's little goals to do, and this was just one of the goals to hit Mallet on ball, really. And I don't know what I'm doing out there, to be quite honest. I said that to Lester at the end. I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just want to hit a ball and run hoops. And he went, well, you did it pretty well. So, yeah.
I do remember Alex Verge famously saying when she won the golf croquet women's worlds, and one of the Egyptian ladies said to her that she didn't play real golf croquet, and Alex just said, well, I just run the hoops if I can see them, and I clear the balls if they're there. And so it seems like that was you too, and you did some wonderful jumps, and I just had some bombards. So I thought they looked very tactically correct, Stephen. So well done.
Oh, thanks, Trish. Yeah, because you've played a little bit yourself, so you can see what I perhaps was trying to do. But sometimes there was a couple of times I could hear in my head when you would have probably said, "Oh, Stephen will run this hoop," and I didn't. That's why I pointed up and said, "Don't say anything." That was against Kevin, I think. At hoop 8. You know, the old commentator's curse.
Yeah, I do know. But I also noticed that in this event you took on and made some very long hoops. So that was really good, because we were talking about the fact that association players like to be a lot closer.
Oh yeah, I don't like anything more than 3 feet, but I learnt a little bit from listening from the comments on the Owen Edwards tournament that we played. When there was just Lester, myself, and Robbie, and it was Rosie saying, "C hoop, run hoop, C hoop, run hoop." So I just went, okay, C hoop, run hoop, and if it goes through, it goes through. If it doesn't, okay, I might get another chance if they don't go through it themselves. So it was just a bit like that, but it was way out of my comfort zone, as you know. Anything more than 3 feet's not close enough. So, yeah, it'll be good to have actually play croquet, having 2 balls touching each other and doing the approach shots. So I think now, since I'm an AC player, that most of the golf croquet players should start playing AC because it improves their game as well. Something to think about.
I'd like to see that. But it was very entertaining, Stephen. Thank you. But what's next for you? What's the next event that you'll be playing in?
The Victorian Oz Bronze, which is part of the gold medal for Australia. So I've got to go down to Traralgon against the other 7 invites and hopefully win that to play for Victoria in the gold medal against the other Oz Bronze winners from the other states.
And that'll be in New South Wales next year, won't it?
In Sydney, correct. Yeah. So we were meant to be there this year, but because of COVID, everything was bugging up again. So hopefully this time we'll be successful and be able to get our teams and the competition going and play it.
Well, I wish you all the best in your Aussie bronze competition at Traralgon. They're beautiful 4-court complex there. So that'll be really good. And I've got Kevin McGlynn here, and I'm not sure if Kevin would like to ask you some questions and really put you in the hot seat. Kevin, you still there?
I am indeed. G'day, Stephen. Congratulations.
Hi, Kevin. How are you? Thank you so much.
I'm very well, very well. So, I play golf croquet. I do not play association croquet. And having you sit there as an primary association player saying, I did not know what I was doing and I'm speaking to the champion. When you say you didn't know what you're doing, you just felt a little out of your comfort zone. Is that what you felt?
Oh, way out of my comfort zone. So
yeah,
most the top golf croquet players for me just clear balls from 7 yards, and they've got that power like Lester has. Tactically, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I should clear a ball or if I should try and just run another ball in towards the hoop to put a bit of pressure on to make it run it, or those sorts of things. I'm tactically inept with that. Is that the right word? I think to be saying that I'm a fantastic golf croquet player. I just got out there and just thought, okay, this might be right, this might be wrong. I learned a few things when I was playing Kevin at one stage when he came up to hoop 4 and I was on the non-playing side and I tried to nick him out of the way, but then I thought, you doofus, you should have just ran through the back of the hoop to try him, stop him from trying to run it. So you learn those little things as you go, you know.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
just with the experience, you know. Running the wrong
Exactly.
way,
I did
running
watch
the
you a
hoop the
few
wrong
weeks.
way just isn't right. Sorry.
I did watch you a few weeks ago playing with Lester and Robert, and having never seen you play before and not knowing your background was association, I sat there and I thought, that's a strange decision. That's a strange decision. But comparing you to today and yesterday, let me just say you made far fewer mistakes, or far fewer tactical, strategic mistakes. So I think you must be a very quick learner, because your standard of play strategically was a lot better. So hats off to you. That was good.
Oh, thank you very much. As I said, I don't know, but I just learning from the other. I will say that first week when I played Robbie and Lester, it was, oh, I'm 3 yards from the hoop here. I'm just going to clear a ball. Then I heard a couple of comments saying, no, just see hoop, run hoop, see hoop. So you just bring that in and have a go. You know,
Yeah.
the thing about golf croquet is if you don't run the hoop, you don't get punished as much as you do in AC. So that's why AC players like to be close in at hoop, so they keep playing. Whereas GC, you know, you may get another shot with the other ball. So yeah, look. I can't say that I did not enjoy it. I did enjoy it, not because I won, but I made myself have fun and just yeah, get out there and have fun. Really, that's all I can say. And it happened. You know, I had nothing to lose, nothing at all.
That's right.
It was just
Yeah,
get out and play.
nice.
Yeah. So I actually,
Now, I've
for
got
a
a
change, I
question
wasn't
from.
nervous while I was playing croquet.
Now, I've got a question from one of our other co-commentators, Serena. She's asking, was one opponent easier than the other? Who did you find the toughest to play against today, or indeed the last couple of days?
The toughest opponents probably was myself. No. I think both of the guys, Kevin and Lester, are top quality players. Kevin's not a big power hitter like Lester is, so I didn't feel I was going to be smashed away as much against Kevin like I was against Lester the last couple of times I've played, and even today, because he's pretty brutal when he just strikes the ball. They're both great players, and I find them both great competitors. So I couldn't say which one was the toughest one. I think they're pretty even from my point of view.
Right. Okay. That's a great answer. Tricia, I'll throw back to you.
Thanks, Kevin. And thank you, Stephen, for coming up to talk to us. And congratulations again. And good luck at Traralgon.
Thanks, Trish,
And we'll
and
say
thank you guys for doing the commentating. I don't know how long you've done it today, but it seemed like you're on there for 5 hours yesterday, Trish, and I don't know how long you've been doing it today, Kevin. But thank you to you guys and the other commentators and all the people who've been watching this weekend, and a big shout out to My Sport Live. You guys have done a fantastic job. You really have. The improvement of the camera work since you first came a couple of years ago is just way up there. So thank you very much, fellas. A really good job. And we're looking forward to seeing you guys swing a mallet.
Thanks, Stephen. You never miss a chance to promote our sport, do you?
Well, it's a fantastic sport, and it's the cheapest sport you'll ever play. You know, you've got your mallet and the equipment's at every club, so you just join up, and you don't need anyone else to have a hit against. You know, not like cricket or tennis or football. You don't have to have a partner to hit a ball back at you. So it's just you and the balls and the equipment out on the courts having fun and hitting it. And the younger you start, the better it is.
Okay. Well, thank you very much again. And I think we're going to show some highlights from one of the earlier matches now. So we'll see you again. Bye-bye. All right. Here we have Elaine Coverdale playing Julie Beasley, I see out there. Julie's come up from Warragul and Elaine plays from Essendon. And is this one of their block games? Does anybody know? I'm not quite sure if this is a playoff. Okay, so this is a block game, and Elaine is in an unassailable position, but they are continuing to get the final result. The current position is that Elaine is 8 wins and Julie, who's second in the block, is on 4 wins. So this would be a nice one for Julie to win, to improve her score overall. Helen Gammon is on 5 wins. The women in this event have been playing a double round robin, so there are no finals in this one. Ladies are playing hoop 2. I don't have a score on the screen at the moment, so I'm not sure what the score is. So blue clearing yellow leaves the hoop open to red. Elaine must have decided that it was better not to have yellow there. I've just learned the score is 1-0 to Elaine, and they're playing hoop 2. This is the last game for each of those ladies for today. So Julie has an opportunity to go to 5 wins, and Elaine has an opportunity to go to 9. I've just got an update on the Croquet scores. Elaine is on 9 now, Julia's on 5 now, Helen Gammon on 6. Elaine's so far undefeated. That's a remarkable effort for her.
That's a great achievement, isn't it?
It is. Oh, hello, Kevin, you're still here. That's good.
Yes, I think
You were
Serena
very
will be coming back on board shortly. I'm engrossed in this game. I was just actually wondering why Red didn't decide to go for that hoop instead of laying the ball out to the right of the hoop there. That seemed a strange decision.
No, I don't know either. I looked down at Croquet scores that I have here on my other screen, and when I looked up, Red was there, and I was fully expecting her to go for the hoop.
Yeah, it's maybe she's just not confident in running hoops from 4 or 5 yards out. Don't know.
So hoop 2 to Julie, 1-1 now. So, Kevin, you are leaving us now, and Serena is due to come back on. That's Serena Sabal-Hewitt. Serena is Secretary of Croquet Victoria and a commentator for us today as well. Hi, Serena, and thank you, Kevin.
My pleasure, and I'll leave you in good hands, Tricia and Serena. Enjoy the rest of this game, and thank you for all your efforts today, and thank you for allowing me to co-commentate.
It's been very enjoyable.
I think we'll be seeing
Kevin.
we'll be seeing you again next year, Kevin. I'd actually like to know how. I'd actually like to know who won third position and fourth position in the men's, if we could actually find out. But really, we would have to say that Elaine has done so well, not dropping a game to reach here. Wonderful.
That's an incredible result, isn't it?
Yeah. Very careful positioning of balls in front of hoops. Every decision thought out. Calm
And
on the court. Just brilliant.
Extremely accurate clearing. Very good.
And her stroke is so effortless. It's economical, isn't it? There's no force. It's very elegant.
Elaine bends her wrist back quite a lot, and she has had trouble with pain in the wrist as a result of that. You can see from the hand position there how her left arm has a big wrist bend in it, but it seems to work for her now. She's recovered from the wrist injury. But just if you do swing well and make total contact with the ball, it just shows that you don't have to whack, you just swing.
Wasn't that previous stroke by Elaine just wonderful? Moved yellow out of range and kept her black in front of the hoop. So did Julie get the last hoop? So the score is actually 1 each, is it? And we're now playing at the third hoop.
The score is 1 each, Serena. There now, they've adjusted for us. Thank you. So yellow thought it would be a good idea to move the black ball, because blue can successfully prevent red from clearing the black ball.
While Elaine ponders her next move, I see the croquet scores have been updated, and I believe that Chaz Quinn is at the top of the leaderboard there. Whether they've finished or whether they have some more games to go, I'm not quite sure, but Chaz has won all 4 games.
Yeah, he was looking very strong. There are still a few games to be played in the plate event, but Chaz at the moment on the top. With the Swiss, the play continues, and the players play someone who have a similar number of wins and keep going until someone rises to the top with the most number of games.
An interesting format for a game, but it's been around a long time, the Swiss format, hasn't it?
It is. I find it a very frustrating way to play, because you're sort of hanging around until there's an opponent ready for you and the manager puts you in. I'd rather play a block or a knockout, but that's all personal preference.
Tricia, what did you think of that shot of Elaine's? Isn't that, look at that, Julie's down on her haunches. That's a terrific shot, Elaine.
So Julie, really, she's got to either clear this ball, because there's nothing else to clear it with, or she's got to run the hoop, and I think she's blocked.
Oh, good attempt.
It was a good attempt, and it would automatically hit that right-hand leg, because the black ball is on the left-hand side as we look at it. So it'd be very hard for her to squeeze past.
I know we're seeing the last game of 2 days of croquet, but it's been wonderful croquet here, hasn't it, at the Victorian Croquet Centre? Some terrific matches, some wonderful jumps, long clearances. It's just been wonderful.
Very good.
Wonderful
To
weekend.
see so many players here, Serena, because we have been unable to hold events except with just a few elite players. So it's good to see an event where everybody is entitled to enter and turn up here and use all of the courts. We've got 12 courts, so it's lovely to see more of them in use.
Big clearance from Julie.
Oh, well.
Wow. The stars aligned in the galaxy. Well done, Julie.
We're back to square one. And blue and yellow are well separated with a hoop in the way.
We can see why Julie's in the Golf Croquet squad, can't we?
I remember when she
Skills
first
like that.
came to Cairnlea, she came up from Warrigal with two of her Warrigal club mates, and she said she didn't know what she was doing here. She wasn't good enough. That was a couple of years ago. And I said, well, I think you're playing extremely well and you should keep at it. And look at her now. There's a replay of that great shot. Knocks black, then knocks blue. Beautiful.
Sort of back to the live section now. Yes. After 2 days of croquet, they're all still moving around the court quite briskly.
And people don't realise that it is quite good exercise. You do walk a long way.
And think while you're walking.
Hopefully.
Yes. But to stay sharp, you know, after 10 games of croquet, just terrific.
Well, 2 days is not bad.
So
some events you can play and there are five days of it. That gets a bit wearing. But now Julie's looking at clearing that blue ball because Elaine's well able to jump red.
terrific shot there in the inset, isn't it? Oh,
Right,
felt
that's
the wind pass.
a close one. So now we'll be able to watch the jump. Of course, red's coming from the back, so there's no danger that red can make the hoop. If blue can jump it, then she'll be down to the next hoop. No, she's just gone for the hit, but didn't manage to get the hoop. Well,
So
with yellow so far away. Go ahead, Serena.
This event is just this event is a Victorian state championship, but we do hold a lot of Australian championships here as well, don't we?
And we would have last year, but most of them were cancelled because of the restrictions. But we will be starting again this year. And the President's 8 Golf Croquet will be held here. And that one involves 24 of the top players.
Wow. So that's February 2020, I believe.
I hope it's 2021.
Oh, yes, that'd be good. 22. It's been a long day, hasn't it, Tricia? I think we've got our years mixed up, but I think that's in 2022.
So we've now got blue in the jaws, ideally positioned here, but yellow is a very long way away. It's not impossible. We've seen them clear from here before, but there's not a lot of blue showing.
And we now have the results for third and fourth. Oh, it's a good attempt.
It was. So blue first down to hoop 4 and scoring as well. So this is a powerful position.
nicely in front, although probably about 5-6 yards out. So we have Stephen Forster, who is our Victorian golf croquet champion. Second position was to Lester Hughes. Third place getter, Kevin Beard. And fourth place getter, Peter Goldstraw from Sale. Terrific. So having a look at croquet scores, Tricia, who do you think might be the place getters in the women's singles?
Well, definitely Elaine is number one, and the place getters, it looks like Helen Gammon. I don't know what's happening with the Helen Gammon-Chris Eifert match, but Helen Gammon is on 6 wins, and if Julie doesn't get to 6 wins, then it will be Helen second and Julie third. I'm not sure. Claire Keating still has a game to go. She could get to 5 wins. And if she does, then perhaps she'll be third.
Oh, did you see that? Wow.
That was good enough position, that blue, wasn't it? Coming through from hoop 3, still quite long, 3 yards out.
Straight through. When your opponent does something like that, it sort of takes the wind out of your sails a bit. You sort of have to pick yourself up.
Yeah, there's a replay of that lovely hoop.
Yeah.
So that makes it 3-1 to Elaine. And she's taken a deep position there so that it's red can only hit it backwards. It can't hit it sideways very far. Yellow not quite just getting in position there.
Just a last unlucky roll.
Elaine's contemplating the different options she's got here.
I think a position close to the hoop, closer to the hoop. Oh.
And again, it's got a bit far. Of course, as the day goes on, the courts get drier and a little faster.
So reflecting on the interview with Stephen Forster, how many champions do you actually hear say, oh, I just got on the court, I didn't know what I was doing, I just concentrated on one shot at a time and here I am. Talk about modest.
I think he was telling the truth. He doesn't really know what he's doing with golf croquet, but he has all the shots. I'm not sure. I presume that Elaine was trying for the hoop that time. I don't think she was trying to clear red, but because yellow can't clear blue from the position it's in.
Yellow try jaws, do you think, or no? She's having a think about it.
She's trying to decide.
Nice stop shot.
Elaine's assessing whether or not red can run the hoop. I think she's looking at a block. She's just off the court, so I can't quite see her. So I don't think Julie will be brave enough to go for the hoop now.
Julie will be using the yellow ball if it's still there to clear the blue, and she's in a perfect position in front of the hoop. Just depends on what black can do.
I think she may have hidden red from black, but black can certainly clear yellow, in which case blue can clear red. Well, this is an important shot for Elaine. Julie's in the prime position for this hoop. Oh, well, sometimes you can be unlucky.
Yes, well, we've got Julie in front of hoop 5, directly in front, and Elaine quite a distance away now.
Julie
Blocking
looking
shot,
at
do you think?
protecting red, but she is still in a situation where she can put red into the jaws so that she can try to get 5 and 6. But Elaine's looking at shifting that red. And she may even run the hoop if she misses red. Taking plenty of time to line it up.
Even she realises how important this shot is.
Yes, so 3-1 could become 4-1 if she can take this hoop. But 2-3 doesn't sound anywhere near as good as 4-1.
Great shot.
I'm thinking it went through. It did.
Yes.
I can't. Yes, she took the clip out of her pocket. There we are.
Oh. It didn't go through.
It did, yes.
Oh, okay. Julie's going past the hoop. Sorry, I thought because Julie appeared to, yeah. Yep. Well done, Elaine, from that distance.
Yes.
The pressure of having
that was
red
one of
ball
those,
right in front.
That was one of those where if you try to clear, you might go through the hoop.
Brilliant shot.
That was amazing. Lovely shot.
Yeah.
So that was about a 11-yard hoop, that one.
It's wonderful to be able to re-look at those shots, isn't it, on the replay, and look at the slow motion as you see it go through the hoop.
Yes, when we try to remember what happened, and sometimes we haven't seen it properly, it's wonderful to see it again in a replay. Particularly the jumps. I like to see the jumps because you can see the ball spinning and the hoop moving.
There's been some great camera angles on the jumps this weekend, hasn't it? It's just been wonderful. Okay, so what's Julie looking at here?
Well, I don't think that she can see blue, but black can probably clear yellow, so she might just go for the hoop. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I think she was going for the hoop, but nudged yellow. It may be now that black can't clear yellow, but then black can just take position.
Elaine considering her options.
I think just the hoop position is the go. And let yellow take blue. I think she has to deal with blue because it can run the hoop. That was a clever little shot.
Lovely shot. Oh, clever, clever. Lovely shot from Julie.
Blue can come through from the back, and it may well hit yellow from there. Sometimes they wick off at a funny angle.
Has Elaine effectively blocked her own shot on yellow by the black, or do you think black can still see yellow?
Oh, it's a bit hard to tell with that. And we'll be able to tell when we see Julie's shot. She may clear black if she thinks that it can clear yellow. Ah, yes. Oh, that was a nice clearance, but black can clear yellow. It's a little awkward for black, though. You have to avoid knocking it into the jaws. And if she does that, she might spray off sideways with black as well.
Oh,
yeah, into the
exactly.
jaws. That was the commentator's curse, that one.
Yes, definitely.
So 3, 4. No, that can't be right. 2, 4.
4-2. 2-4. With Julie first shot to the next hoop. Yes.
Yes, that's very big punishment for knocking the ball into the hoop, because not only is it score the hoop, but it has first chance at the next hoop. You notice the ladies do good clearances, not as powerful as the men, but they don't depend on huge clearances quite as much.
I think Elaine was very disappointed to put that yellow through. She rarely shows emotion on the court, but she was a bit surprised when that happened. Okay, so black has to clear yellow.
Yes, yellow looks like it's going to run the hoop if she doesn't. Sometimes it's pretty obvious what you have to do, but other times it takes a while to make a decision. But once you've made the decision, you've got to execute it well, and she did that. That was a very good shot.
Julie, just come back in place in front of the hoop again, do you think? Try and block blue's path, perhaps?
Probably.
Yeah. Having a good look.
She needs to be in a hoop running position, because otherwise Elaine doesn't have to bother with moving her.
Oh, a bit far, do you think? You could... Yes.
Oh, yes. I think she tried to get too close to the hoop, needed to hang out a little bit further. So blue clearing red, because red could possibly run the hoop from there as well. So Elaine taking no chances. And nicely shifts red while keeping blue on line for the hoop.
If that was Stephen Forster playing, and he would say, see hoop, run hoop with the blue. Julie coming back in again.
I think that's a pretty effective block, or at least something to make blue think twice. And so black may just opt to clear it. Julie's hugging close to the hoop, so she does have the advantage at the moment, but if Elaine opts to clear either of her balls, she's got the whole court to clear them into, whereas Julie can only clear back to the baseline.
And neither.
Mm.
Hmm.
Julie realising that if she hits black away, that blue is free to make the hoop, so she's opting to promote the red a little, I think.
I would say she's managed to block possibly both, blue and black.
And hide from blue.
Mm. Which has made Elaine think about her options.
Yes. And of course, a big jump is one option, or a jump to knock red is another option. But, oh, well, be interesting to see what she does decide. She's just going to take a while to think about it.
Ooh,
It's looking
a
like
jump.
a jump. Mm-hmm. Not successful, that one.
No, no.
And blue has gone down past halfway without hitting an opponent ball. So if Julie runs this, blue will be sent to the penalty spot far away. And black is a little bit hidden behind the hoop for its path down to the next hoop as well. So well done, Julie, with that one. 3-4. And there you are. She's directed Elaine to take blue to the far side. And black will have to squeeze down the side of the hoop to get there. Just a little bit too far. And yellow's followed on too far as well. The courts are definitely looking fast.
So Elaine to come back in from the penalty continuation area.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Julie's played any association croquet. She's been a golf croquet player from the beginning, but Elaine has played years of association, but now found that she's really enjoying golf as well. The skills are interchangeable, and as we found with Stephen, the tactics are the different part of it. Elaine also plays gate ball, a very fast game with much smaller balls and bigger hoops, but very entertaining.
We can see there that there's still another game going. One of the other courts.
I didn't see who that was.
Claire Keating.
So, was it? Okay. So Claire will be playing Anne Nicol from Williamstown, somebody from her own club.
Mm-hmm.
So now
this would be a long
blue's in running position, and red has a long hoop. If red doesn't clear blue, then black will definitely clear yellow, and yellow would have to clear blue. So she's trying to clear first, but no, not that time.
No. So what does black do with yellow? Do we want to promote it to the front of the hoop? That would be a...
It can't hit it very far, can it, Serena? Only to the side
No.
boundaries. You might be able to angle it. And she might have been tempted to just take position with black and say, well, go on, you can clear with yellow, clear yellow,
Blue.
clear blue with yellow, and I'll be up where red can't get me. So, you know, sometimes that happens. What she's done now is it's forced Julie to clear blue with yellow.
And that would be what, about 6 yards, do you think? 6 to 7 yards at that angle?
A little bit more than 7. 7 would be straight across. But she doesn't have to clear it far, just far enough that it can't run the hoop. Oh dear. And it's offside. We've had a lot of these misses that result in an offside ball.
Doesn't seem to worry the players too much though, do they? They practice from that penalty area and to go to any hoop.
Yes, they do, but a short shot's a lot nicer. So this is blue for the hoop to go to a 5-3 lead. So it would have been really good if Julie could have levelled it up at this hoop. So we'll see if Elaine can consolidate at 5-3.
Not quite,
not
but
quite blue. Oh, Elaine checking whether it's clear of the hoop on the non-playing side, but not. And red is down there, and it's quite possible that red could knock blue back.
so croquet is one of those sports where men and women can play together, but we've actually had men's and women's separate championships this weekend. I believe 2 of the other sports that you can actually, men and women together, are darts and equestrian. They're the only other 2 I know where men and women can play on a level playing field.
I didn't know that. But certainly I knew that croquet was played equally, same event with men and women. Unfortunately, Julie's hit that, and I think it's made the hoop. No, maybe not. Elaine's not putting a clip on.
Try and block yellow's path to the blue.
I think so. Julie's decided not to bother, that she'll just move it back so she isn't sent to the penalty area.
Elaine pops a clip on and we're to 5-3 and we head over to hoop 9 across court. You've played a lot of interstate shield, the golf croquet Australian competition, Tricia?
Yes, I have.
Is the format now there that we actually do, that we actually do play men and women together?
In the doubles we do. They play men's
yes,
singles, women's singles, and then mixed doubles. Great clearance there from Elaine. So she's 5-3 up and needed to clear the red so that Julie couldn't catch up at 4-5. So that's the first step, is to stop red from running. Just a little bit too long with that one, Serena.
Too far. Yes, just a little bit too far. But then across court, it's not easy, is it?
No, not at all. Elaine hanging out so that
Mhm.
yellow can't hit it away too much. Red could still clear it, but she's opting not to do that. She wants a running position with red, and she's got it. And
And
that's
blocking.
So black probably needs to clear this because yellow could stop blue from hitting red as well.
I agree. Yeah, black can see red, can't it? There's no chance of yellow being in the way. So
No.
yes, see what
No.
big
You were
shot,
asking
Elaine.
about. Pardon me. You were asking about the Interstate Shield. Julie was, I think, selected to play for next year's Interstate Shield, or this year's Interstate Shield, I think. I can't remember if Elaine was or not, but of course it wasn't played because of COVID. And similarly with the Interstate Cup for Association, and we are hoping that that will be played in March in New South Wales. And those are team sports with 4 men, 4 women. Great shot. Wow.
Well done, Elaine. Of course, we're seeing top level women's golf croquet here, but there are clubs all around Australia that people can wonderful replay. Clubs all around Australia.
If you look on the map on Croquet Victoria's website, you've got locations of all the Victorian clubs. Is it around 90 clubs, Serena?
Yes, 88 at the moment. Yes, doing well. But then, of
And
course,
they're
during
dotted
COVID,
all around.
croquet was a socially distant outdoor sport. So many times we couldn't play indoor sport, you could actually play croquet, provided other COVID restrictions were abided by. Playcroquet.com actually has.
Yeah, that's
well
what
done.
I was just going to say too. And you can look on playcroquet.com and find all the clubs in Australia. And in Victoria, we've got them Mildura, Lakes Entrance, Casterton, and Albury-Wodonga. So they're everywhere around the outside and everywhere in between.
Mm-hmm.
So Elaine sitting in the box seat really at 6-3, and red does have a good position there, but so does black.
So all results of all of the games of this weekend we'll be able to see on Facebook, and we'll receive a report from the tournament managers that'll be posted to our Croquet Victoria website and on Facebook.
And this is our last live streamed game for this year, but look out for more live stream games next year, and you'll find the details on Croquet Victoria Facebook page.
The Finder Club on the play-croquet.com is actually set up so that you just insert your postcode and it gives you croquet clubs near you. So that's play-.com.
I hope that lots of people have got a bit interested in playing croquet once they've seen these broadcasts of 2 versions of the game, golf croquet and association croquet. And I'd encourage them to get down and find out.
So Elaine here would be looking to put black in a hoop running position, expecting that the yellow will take out the blue.
I expect so, yes, but she's fallen a little bit short. She may have been trying to stop yellow from running the hoop if she'd decided that it wasn't too angly. And Julie's taking that on. She's not worrying about blue.
Oh,
Well,
and croquet is one of the cheapest sports because essentially the only personal equipment you have to buy is a croquet mallet, even though clubs do provide you with mallets out of their stock when you first come and try. So it's just sort of flat-soled shoes and a croquet mallet, and the clubs provide the balls, and off you go.
it looks like Elaine may be considering a jump, but she's not taken the clip off, so she must have thought that she'll just clear the yellow. And she's cleared it from
At
in
least it
front of
didn't
the
go
hoop.
through.
It didn't go through, but it hasn't gone far, and Julie's still in it. This is the decider. If Elaine makes this hoop, that's the game.
Oh,
She's done a
great
beautiful
shot under
clear.
pressure.
It's unfortunate that red has gone so far away because blue is still very close to the hoop. Black's coming back, so it'll be back to Elaine has 2 balls near the hoop and Julie has only 1. It's in a good defending position, but 2 against 1 is a bit hard.
Croquet players just do not give up till the balls are in the box, do they?
No, this is a sort of game that you have to play to the very end, and there's lots of luck and lots of strange things can happen. That's a nice clearance.
Nice
this
distance.
time yellow stayed.
Mm.
Blue coming in to interfere with yellow's shot. I think Julie will put in another nice shot with red so that she can use yellow to clear blue and then run the hoop with red. It's the pattern for golf croquet. Put something in and clear with something else. She's just got to make sure that she doesn't block the shot yellow to blue.
Oh, a bit too angly, isn't it? I've been watching for 2 days now, and I now believe that angly is a certified croquet term. If we could find something else other than angly, I'd use it.
So Elaine looking to block the shot of yellow on blue. She almost manages it. Yellow has an option of clearing blue, and if blue's not in the way, she has the option of trying for the hoop. Oh, that's a good clearance. So blue comes back, and there'll again be 2 of Elaine's balls on the playing side, only 1 of Julie's.
Expecting red will clear black?
Elaine will be thinking that red's going to clear black, but I'm not sure that she'll decide to clear red. It's a fairly long clearance, and yellow's not a problem, so I think she might just place a ball in position. So she has 2 balls that could run the hoop, but we're not sure if black's too angly.
And I suspect that yellow can actually see blue.
I think so. But certainly Julie's aware that black can run the hoop. So she's going to move it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good shot because red's still there. Elaine does the long walk. They would be getting a bit tired by now. It's been 2 intense days of croquet. They've been playing 5 games a day. So I think Elaine will probably think about trying to block the shot of yellow on blue. But anything in front of the hoop would do.
Perhaps, a bit too far. Oh,
Don't think she meant to hit blue.
this is a big shot from Julie. She hits blue. She's in with a chance still with this hoop.
Yes, she really does need to hit this. Oh dear.
And she knows what's happened, yes.
Yep. So although Elaine has already finished top of the block, this is the deciding hoop for this game to go through undefeated. And there
she
it
does.
is. So
Yes.
we have a very convincing women's Victorian golf croquet champion in Elaine with 10 wins out of 10, and Julie Beasley 5 wins, and Helen Gammon will be second. She has 6 wins at the moment. I'm not sure how she's going when she's playing a final game at the moment against Chris Eifert. So well done, Elaine. That's an excellent finish for you. Bad luck, Julie. And I think we've finished for now. We've gone a little bit over time, but it was worth watching to the end of that game. I'd like to thank all of the commentators who've been on today. That's Serena and Kate and Kevin. And we will finish for now. So thanks, Serena, and goodbye to you.
And see you again next year, Tricia, and all the viewers on live stream croquet.
Yeah. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Bye.